Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of Intuitive Angling. And man, I really appreciate you guys swinging by the channel and spending some time with me on the video. Always appreciate that, regardless if you're a fan of the channel or if you're one of those people that come on the channel just to make smart aleck remarks and comments after I do a video. Welcome everybody. Guys, today we're going to be talking about what I call the working man's approach to fishing. In other words, I want to lay out to you guys how you can get into bass fishing or how you can do some bass fishing at a minimal cost. Because man, I've been there, I've done that. I've been, completely broken bass fishing. I know what it's like not to have any money, but you still want to bass fish and you love to bass fish. So I got some pretty good tips and advice that may help you guys out if you're on a tight budget here. We're going to get into that. I'm also, guys, just a big thank you for me and my family. I just wanted to extend that out there for everybody that's helping support Intuitive Angling here by subscribing to the channel and using all the links I put in the description. If you're one of the viewers that do that, I just want you to know that everybody here in the Blockett household really appreciates your contribution to the channel. It's definitely not overlooked there, so thank you very much. Okay, guys, I've been really sort of redirecting a lot of my focus in bass fishing here to cutting costs. And I've done this for a lot of different reasons, mainly because we've seen just a ridiculous, stupid, skyrocketing cost in what it costs to go bass fishing. And it's been a trend that has been, it's not something that has just come about the last couple of years. This has been a trend that's been going on for the last 10 years or so, where we've had an acceleration in just everything across the board. Actually, one of the areas that have not accelerated that much is actually lures, but everything else has: your boats and motors, your trucks, just rods and reels, a lot of them, some of them. But a lot of the costs that are associated with that stuff are out of reach for a lot of people. So I really want to talk about some things that you can do to allow yourself to get on the water at a minimal cost here. So let's focus on everything that it takes to go bass fish. And I want to sort of direct this to people that want to fish out of a boat on a lake. Because like I said, I've had the opportunity to have zero money and still wanting to fish. And then, as I got more successful in fishing, you can improve that stuff. But as far as getting started out, here's what I'd suggest. First of all, let's talk about your equipment, your fishing equipment. Then we're going to get into boats and motors a little bit and stuff like that. If you are on a budget and you don't have a lot of money and you want to get into fishing, or if you're into fishing and you want to still do that, probably the best place to get set up as far as with your equipment, with your tackle, your rods and reels, and your lures, is just go on like Facebook Marketplace. Or Craigslist, something like that. Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, there's a lot of people on there that are really wanting to get rid of tackle. They've got fishing tackle, and for whatever reason, maybe they inherited it or they got out of fishing or whatever, but you can get some really good deals on it. You can get good deals on, bait cast rods, spinning reels, lures. There's a ton of different lures on there. So you can save a ton of money on this. You can probably you can cut probably 75 to 80% of what it would cost to buy this stuff new by going on Facebook Marketplace, in particular, looking for it there. What I would recommend as far as, something to look for is what you're wanting to get into is you can get by with 3 bait cast outfits. You need a bait cast outfit, something that has like a medium action rod that's like, 6 foot 10 inches long. This would be for like your topwater lures, maybe some crankbaits, maybe jerk bait, stuff like that. And then you want a bait cast rod that is like what I call a medium heavy in the 7 foot range. Now this would be like for jig fishing and worm fishing, spinnerbait fishing. There's a variety of different things you can do with a 7 foot rod. And then you definitely want a flipping stick, not only for your flipping and pitching, but you can throw big swim baits, glide baits, Carolina rigs, A-rigs, Alabama rigs, all that type of stuff on a flipping stick. So you can really get by with 3. And then for your spinning outfit, you can pretty much get by with 1 spinning outfit. Try to find a spinning outfit that's like a 6 foot, 11 inch model. And if you're looking for a spinning reel, try to find one that's got what's called the 3000 series spool. It's a little bit larger spool, casts a little bit better, make longer casts with it, and it's just a better all around piece of equipment with that. Also, if you're looking to save money, you can save a lot of money by going to monofilament line. Monofilament line costs a fraction of what fluorocarbon and some braided lines do. And it's serviceable. I'm not saying it's the best out there, but it will save you a tremendous amount of money by using that. And as far as your lure selection on that, some of the basic stuff that I would recommend is you need a decent setup of soft plastics. And you need some soft plastics like some finesse worms, something like that. You need some creature baits, maybe like a brush hog or a Z-hog. And then you need some just regular plastic worms, like a Zoom trick worm, and maybe some type of a curly-tailed worm. But worms, creature baits, and finesse worms will allow you to fish a shaky head, Texas rig, do a lot of different stuff with it. And as far as your hard baits go, again, when you're looking like on Marketplace or whatever like that, try to find the diversity of crankbaits based upon the type of area you're fishing. You need some type of a shallow running crankbait, like a square lip model. You need some type of a crankbait that'll run like 4 to 6 foot deep, and then maybe a deep diver. And you can get set up with all that, fairly reasonable. Next thing you want to look for, like I said, if you want to, if you work and, like I said, got bills to pay, don't have a lot of extra money, and you want to get into a boat, the same thing, guys. There's a ton of good boat motor deals on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. This is where you're going to find your best deals. And you're going to get the best value. If you're looking for a bass boat, as far as to go fishing in, you're going to get your best value with an aluminum bass boat. And based upon what your needs are as far as how you run, I would recommend something in the 17 to 18 foot range, and something that's got anywhere, between like a, 50 to 115 horsepower on there. And based upon how old that is, you can probably get into a serviceable bass boat that's got decent hours on the motor, or not decent hours, but that runs for probably anywhere between $5,000 to $7,000. If you do buy a used boat like that, make sure you have a compression check done on the motor. That's probably the most important thing. And also, if you're buying an aluminum, make sure that you inspect the welds, that there's no leak. A lot of the welds that you're going to have that cause leaks are going to be in and around your transom area. So get underneath that boat, check for any, breakages on the welds. But like I said, you can get into a buddy of mine bought one, on Facebook Marketplace about 3 or 4 years ago. I think he paid $4,500 for it, and he loves the things. But you can save a tremendous amount of money doing that. Same deal with your truck, guys. You don't have to drive a new truck. The truck I got 440,000 miles on it. You get a good truck, you keep oil in it, you take care of it. You can find a good truck for, $5,000 to $7,000, $8,000 too. So there's ways that you can afford to do that, and it's accessible to a lot of people, even if you do work. I mean, that's the thing about it. A lot of the things that we focus on in this sport, it seems like we lose sight of the fact that, a lot of people, they got families to support, or they've got, bills to pay, or what, they just don't have a lot of extra money with it, but they still love to fish and want to fish. And there's ways that you can do that. And that would be, my recommendations with that. So anyway, hope it helps out, guys, and hope you guys have a good time fishing out there. We'll talk later.